Hello and welcome back to another Talking Tale video. In today's one, we're at the Timothy the Archie Adventures, issue number 39. And oh boy, this issue was not what I was expecting, just because there were some aspects of this issue which I'm very surprised they put into this issue, considering that this is supposed to be for the kids. Because we got Noel, he's saying some very questionable stuff about women, and there's also quite a bit of swearing and killing, which I'm just shocked at what I just read just because of what actually was put in there. So, oh boy, let's get into this one. So yeah, so with this issue is taking place after issue 6 of the Mutanimals volume 2 stuff. So for the most part, I don't really have a good understanding of what really went down between issue 38 and 39. So I've got a feeling that I'm missing like a lot of context with a lot of stuff. And also, because I haven't read the Mutant stuff, I don't know anything about the other characters, just like Azrael, Kid Terror, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff in this issue which I don't have the context behind it. So some of it feels it's so weird, but at the same time, I know that because I'm missing the context, I can't complain about it that much because it's my fault that I'm not putting in the research to do the other stuff. But either way, with this issue, it was mainly like a really big action-packed issue, which I was generally quite surprised at, just because of everything that happened in the last issue. But again, because I don't know the context between issue 38 and 39, I've got a feeling there's a lot of stuff which I did miss. But I like how this is just the big like finale conclusion to this story arc. I most likely would enjoy it a lot more if I actually knew about the issue in between. But for the most part, it's just like, because like, and we just get to see the turtles and Mutanimals, they break out from like these pikes things that are stuck to, and they go on to fight these like these creatures, which are like a war of famine and purity, I want to say, were like the things which they were named after. And we do get to see them like all go off into like different like battles and that kind of stuff. But like for the most part, there isn't really too much I can really talk about, just because again, it's just like action stuff. But we just get to see the turtles, Mutanimals, Splinter, and all that kind of stuff fighting against the like monsters kind of things. But these monsters are actually puppets from Death, which, yeah, Death's in this one, and he's a skeleton, and oh god, yeah. Oh boy. But we do get to see Noel, he's here, and he wants to use Kid Terror to set up a device to kill all these people. And he keeps on talking about women and them being a part of his harem and that kind of stuff. And it feels very problematic, I won't lie. I mean, especially because then that this is supposed to be for the kids and all that kind of stuff. And he keeps on talking about them in that kind of way. It feels so off and just, ugh. And then, like, even later on, he does go on to say, like, when he's like surrounded by like 3 women, he goes on to say that, oh no, I don't kill women, I just use them. Oh my god, that really is not aged well, and I don't know what to really say about that. That it feels like it's a very problematic thing that no one's talking about, and yeah. But either way, for some other stuff else in this issue, which I was generally quite surprised at, we do get to see Noel, he shoots this random guy called Kid Terror, which, I mean, I know nothing about this character, so he might be an important character, who knows. But, like, surprisingly, he shoots him, and he nearly dies, which, oh my god, this is, like, again, like a kid's comic and that kind of stuff. Like, because in fact, in the last issue, you got to see Leatherhead bleed, and now in this one, someone gets shot, and I've got a feeling that, like, the most likely would have been blood and all that kind of stuff, but surprisingly there isn't. But he still gets shot in like a kid's book, and like I can't get over the fact by that kind of stuff. And from what I can remember from the series, we don't ever get to see the character ever again, so I'm not too sure the character lives, but well, at least he had a decent moment by getting shot in this issue, so, you know, at least there's that. And we do get to see Jaguar's mum, like, she shows up, and she, like, swears a lot in this issue, which I was, like, generally quite surprised at, just because, well, again, it's a kid's comic, and just, like what, I want to say at least 4 or 5 times, she's, like, saying something which they did, like, censor out, but at the same time, this is like for the kids and all that kind of stuff, and she just keeps going around saying, oh yeah, F this and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, who is this book really for? I just don't know what to really say. Just because like some of the stuff in this issue is like really great to see them like pushing boundaries with like killing people, sort of swearing, but at the same time you got other stuff with Noel and the women, and you're like, yeah, maybe they did push some boundaries a bit too far, but oh my god. But yeah, and then after that, Noel just walks away and just flies away, just because he says that every time he does an evil thing, he becomes more like a devil. Which, yeah, why not? Yeah, I suppose so. It does, but at the same time, I don't really. I say that like that is quite weird, just because he never really like goes on to clarify what really makes up for like an evil thing and all that kind of stuff. Just because like he could just do like a simple like an all simple act and then like turn into like, I don't know, like a devil or something like that. I feel like there's definitely needs to be some explanation, but unfortunately there isn't. But yeah, and then even after that, for the final bit for this issue, we do get to see all the characters. They're just talking to each other, and you know, got a total saying that they want to go home. And I think it's Donnie that goes on to reveal that Collie left, so now I have to try and find another way to get back home. So, oh god, that could be like another 20 issues before they finally get back to New York, but we'll wait and see about that. But yeah, this issue, oh boy, this one is definitely an interesting one, to put it nicely. I mean, I do enjoy a lot about this issue, with like mainly with the fact that we do get to see all characters fighting these monsters. I did find that to be quite enjoyable, and even with other aspects of this one which I've already gone over, which I did really quite enjoy, with them pushing boundaries, with like swearing and shooting and just a random guy and all that kind of stuff. I do like how they are like pushing like boundaries in terms of storytelling to try and I want to say like trying to actually like acknowledge the viewer and not try to talk down to them as if they were kids, but try and bring them into more of the real world and that kind of stuff. I do enjoy that aspect of it, but at the same time, my god, the stuff with Noel, that is just awful. I'm just shocked by some of the stuff that was put in this issue. It just seems so weird to be including that kind of stuff, especially in like a kid's comic. That's the part which I'm finding like extremely like strange about it all. That he's I'm glad they changed him for Madam Noel. I feel like that might be one of the best things they've done so far. But so yeah, let me know in the comment section below what do you think about this issue. Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If please share, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.